Servus, Männer, it's Red Pill Germany again. Most of you might not be thinking about Germany right now when it comes to politics. Everyone is thinking about the USA, of course, following the news there. Probably you want to hear Miss Harris's speech now where she acknowledges defeat. But it is my duty today to report to you from behind enemy lines from good old Germany, because what happened here is, for us at least, maybe equally or more important than that. The German government just basically collapsed. The traffic light coalition, the three-party coalition between the Social Democrat Party, SPD, the Green Party, and the so-called self-styled Liberal Party, FDP, is no longer. Our Chancellor, Olaf Scholz from the Social Democrat Party, just basically fired his finance minister and leader of his coalition partner FDP, Christian Lindner. Both stepped in front of the microphones after one another in Berlin in order to declare what happened. And at least the speech of Mr. Scholz was definitely prepared long in advance, days, maybe weeks in advance, carefully crafted, and that was an election campaign speech and nothing else. I'll make it short today. I want to summarize what happened, how it came to that, and what both of them said today in Berlin. So first of all, it must be understood that it is a consequence of the success of the AfD that the globalists, the mainstream established parties are forced into more and more awkward and for them uncomfortable coalitions. Two-party coalitions no longer work, so you need three parties, and ideologically they don't fit together so well. Now look at this traffic light coalition that we have right now. The SPD are socialists, the Green Party are eco-communists that want to tax the air, that are really, really woke, and that want to destroy cars and the German industry. And then there is the Liberal Party, the favorite party of German doctors, lawyers, and dentists. They want lower taxes and cuts in the welfare budget, which I, of course, welcome. But you see already, this doesn't go together so well with the other two parties. Even the SPD doesn't want to completely destroy the German economy, just like the Green Party, but they're somewhere in the middle. Whereas the Green Party and the FDP, they have completely polar opposite ideas of what they want to do with Germany. And the only reason that they're in power is so that the AfD is not in power. Now it is the time of the year when a new budget needs to be discussed and passed in parliament. For that, the coalition, the German government is working on a draft right now. They want to fix the budget for 2025. So as you know, Germany is spending a lot of money right now for world travelers that want to have free lodging and free food and free clothes and free healthcare here in Germany on their lifelong vacation, while at the same time we're pumping insane amounts of money into Ukraine and a certain Middle Eastern country that I'm not allowed to name, of course. At the same time, our debt is going through the roof, our taxes are going up, the state revenue is larger than it has ever been, but we still go into more and more debt, while at the same time, and I talked about this in many videos, our industry is collapsing. Jobs are going abroad. Small and middle-sized businesses are closing down because it is just impossible in Germany to still stay productive and in business. Energy prices, as I have reported, go through the roof, absolutely insane. Labor costs, because of all the welfare and social security payments that we're forking over to these world travelers, through the roof. So I think I don't have to go into more detail here. So our chancellor asked the finance minister to break our constitution in order to take on more debt. Yes, we have a debt ceiling in our constitution, or our basic law, our Grundgesetz. Nevertheless, it is a law that says that there is a limit to how much debt we can take on every new year. Now, Mr. Lindner and his FDP party said that we cannot do that. Mr. Scholz wanted to frame it that way, that because of Putin there is a extraordinary, dangerous situation, and under these circumstances our basic law allows the violation of this debt ceiling. However, that is meant for actual disasters in Germany, not in other countries or for people that are just briefly residing here in Germany. No, this is meant for a disaster like some natural disaster or some conflict within Germany itself. So Scholz is a liar. The finance minister from the Liberal Party then presented Mr. Scholz with suggestions of his own, and those included to cut welfare spending and also cut or lower the taxes for our industry, lowering energy prices, etc., etc. But that is something that our socialist chancellor wouldn't allow, and especially our Green Party minister for the industry or for the economy didn't want to allow, as they both just wanted to increase our payments to foreigners in Germany and foreigners abroad, and also take on much more debt, crippling the economic position of future German generations in the process, of course. Mr. Lindner suggested also new elections, but Mr. Scholz then just fired him. And he stepped in front of the cameras and gave a disgusting speech in which he basically said that he is the smart and reasonable person, and Mr. Lindner is, he is irresponsible and he doesn't care about Germany, and he's just caring for his own personal gain. Now, I'm not a fan of the Liberal Party, but even I noticed, and I'm of the conviction that that is a bunch of lies. When I look at all these suggestions from Mr. Lindner in order to balance the budget, I have to say, yes, all of these suggestions go into the right direction. They come much too late by a person who was part of this government, who also is responsible for these insane new laws and for this situation that we have right now in Germany. But I would say better late than never. I don't know what was the straw that broke the camel's back for Lindner and his FDP party, but well, it is what it is right now. As I said, I also want lower taxes. I also want lower welfare spending. I don't want new debt, and I don't want to send the tax money of our German workers to foreign criminals. So what are the consequences right now? Mr. Scholz said that they will continue to function as a government. I don't know how they want to do that. Especially, I don't know how he wants to pass new laws and the budget now in the Bundestag. He will have to talk to the CDU, to Mr. Merz and his Centerkacks. But then Mr. Scholz said that he will ask for a vote of confidence in Parliament. Not now, no, but January 15th. That is insanely late, so that we can prepare for earlier new elections in March 2025. That is way too late. The vote of confidence needs to happen right now, and the elections maybe then, January, early January, I would say. But he and his traitorous Social Democrat Party are not doing so well in the polls. So that is probably why he wants more time until March. And what happens in Germany and to our spending, to our borders, to our security until, March. It's a couple of months to go. What happens until then, no one knows. And that lets you know everything you need to know about the sense of responsibility that Mr. Scholz has for Germany. None whatsoever. He's a liar and a villain. He steals the money, the hard-earned money of German working-class families and sends them to criminals abroad. That is what he's doing. But at last we see that voting for the AfD does have an effect. If the AfD hadn't done so well in last elections, especially in East Germany, there wouldn't be so much pressure now on the coalition parties in Berlin. This is what I talked about for many months, And this is what everyone in Germany more or less saw coming. It was just a question of when would it happen. Everyone said, I don't think the coalition lasts until Christmas, and here we go. I will keep you updated, of course, and I will also convey my thoughts about what happened in the United States, of course, in the coming days. Take care. Servus, Kameraden.